everyone. It's Graham. It is 1:30 in the morning, and I'm putting this out here because the main episode was already too long, and the bonus podcast this time, the conversation was actually important enough that I think it kind of deserves its own episode, and also, I didn't want to release a 4-hour episode, and it would have bumped us all the way up to that time. So, here's a little bit of a bonus recording for those of you who are interested in whether or not we are reading The Wheel of Time. Catch you in the next one.
Hello.
So hello, people.
Okay.
It's the current time is 11 p.m. We just finished D&D, and then the three of us were talking about the book, so we're recording a little bit of this. The other thing that I just wanted to have a conversation about, because I don't want us to get too exhausted before we talk about the book tomorrow. Should we read the entirety of the Wheel of Time? Taylor, I want you to just read the last three. Taylor, I want you to go in and just read the last three.
I am so down to go in completely blind. I'm really excited to see what I find, because I feel like I might see something, I don't know, different. Or I might just be so... I don't know. I'm excited, though. I'm excited to be the person who goes in blind. I feel like I'm the goes in blind person, though. I've never read Mistborn. I've never read any of these books. Okay. And so...
I'm just... God, I know we should... I know, at least me and Graham should read the whole thing. It's just, any book series where the predominant opinion is, it gets good at book 7 is not what I'm super excited to get into.
There's conflicting opinions about that. I mean, Robert Jordan is not famous for being brisk, but here's what I'm thinking, Jack. If you are not super interested in reading, all of those books, I am happy to be the one who reads all of them.
I will at least give it a shot. I'll at least start them, because I tried reading book 1 a long time ago. And just bounced off of it a third of the way through.
Yeah. I got through...
I can give it another shot.
I think I got through 5.
You got through 5?
Yeah. But also, I was not enjoying them, and I was, only reading them because someone I was dating loved them.
So are you going to reread them, or are you just going to, kind of skim until you get to 6?
No, I'll reread them, because, again, I was 16 or 17. It's been 7 or 8 years. I don't really remember.
That's fair.
I just remember. Okay, so this is the funny thing about what media you think about first. Where obviously everything steals from everything else, but then what you read first. So Aragon is obviously takes a lot of story elements from Lord of the Rings and Star Wars and all that stuff, right? But I read Aragon before I had read any of that other stuff. So when reading Wheel of Time, I was like, this is just the beginning of Aragon.
Aragon, famously original text.
I literally have no idea what Wheel of Time is even remotely about, other than the title.
It's the best way to put it is it's a Lord of the Rings. It's very similar to Lord of the Rings in theme and idea. It's guys go on an adventure to fight a Dark Lord in a pretty generic Tolkien-esque fantasy universe.
Although it's doing a lot with gender.
Gender.
A lot with gender.
I'll love it.
Not in a good way.
What gender,
I'll love it.
What gender you are determines what magic you have, or something like that.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Is there what? Okay, well, is there only 2? That's fucked up.
Yes. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's not very trans positive or trans forward thinking.
No.
It's giving Northern Water Tribe for sure.
That's one of the sort of interesting thing that's...
Woman who's only watched Last Airbender. This is giving Last Airbender vibes.
I've just been seeing a lot of Qatar edits recently on TikTok, so just leave that.
Speaking of properties that rip off a lot from other properties, I had a bizarre experience while I was on the work trip last week, where one of the people I was working with, never happened before, referenced the Sword of Truth series.
I
have never
Chronicles?
No, not Shannara. Although that was a frequent source of ripping off for this author. By Terry Goodkind. I don't know how much I've talked to you about
made me
this.
read the first book, and I got through maybe 10 pages, and I said no.
Yeah. So I read that when I was little. It was my first quote unquote like adult fantasy. Like I was reading Percy Jackson, and then I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna read a big boy fantasy book. And of course I pick up Sword of Truth, which I read all of it, the whole like 10 series. I know there was like a sequel trilogy that I didn't read. It's one of those books that when I read it, I was like really enjoying it, and then I went back and looked back at it, and I was just like, oh no, did I enjoy this? Best way to put it is Ayn Rand fan fiction. That's a hodgepodge melting pot of random things stolen from other fantasy books, like whole cloth.
Yeah.
Wait, someone referenced this on your trip?
Yes. One of the other people I work with brought it up. Well, because we already established that we both were fantasy nerds. That came up really quickly in conversation. But he just asked me like, hey, because he wanted to make a reference to it. He's like, hey, Jack, have you ever read the Sword of Truth series? Which was so bizarre because like literally this book series has occupied such a space in my brain of like, I can't believe I read that, and like all this like shit in my head.
My friend Alia always has a good response for that. Whenever something gets up where like she has a lot of knowledge about it in her brain, she'll always just go, I know a normal amount about that.
I have a normal amount of thoughts about the Sword of Truth series. And it was really weird because I have a lot of thoughts which are like not positive about the series. And this guy was talking it up pretty well. And I was just like, but it was funny because he was talking it up while acknowledging because he was like, yeah, it's Ayn Rand fan fiction, but like I still had fun with it.
Damn.
To give you an idea, here honestly, I think there's one like short story about that book I can say, which will give you a good idea of that entire book series. When the author at an interview was asked, "What's your favorite book?" he named his book.
Oh.
He named the first book of the Sword of Truth series, Wizard's First Rule.
It's given the person who says they're the Avatar.
And then that was part of the conversation we forgot to record. But and then he was asked, okay, what's your favorite book that you didn't write? Like the same person followed up with that question. And he said, oh, Thunderhead by Ayn Rand. And it's like, okay, that's
all right. That's enough. I want to show you one really unhinged book tab that I have.
Please.
This is my Kelsier book tab. I don't know if you'll be able to see it.
Oh god.
Oh, it's gonna be backwards.
Oh, the good girl. I knew I was gonna bring that up in the Kelsier hot conversation.
It's just I have no notes. Just one orange tab for Kelsier.
Oh my god.
I thought that was the post fucking when you said that in our Discord, just saying, hey guys, I'm sorry, but I think I'm in love with Kelsier. I was so fucking.
I find.
Hit me like an anvil.
He is. I don't know what's safe to say here, but I need him biblically.
It's true though. Like no one else that we've seen has it like Kelsier has it.
Oh, and for anybody listening, this conversation is happening before Taylor has reached the climax of the book.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I have no clue what's going to happen in the end. Please, don't take my baby girl away from me. I beg you. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
You're going to get an unhinged. If he dies, you're going to get an unhinged message at like 2 a.m. Okay? You're going to get an unhinged message.
Oh, my God.
You can't take...
Oh, God. Can't take baby girl away from me. Can't take murder dad away from me. such a positive dad and surrogate daughter dynamic. Hey, I found this gremlin.
No,
Let me
that's
teach her
not
to
that's not
murder.
how either of us feel about Kelsier. I want Kelsier to stick his fingers in my mouth. Like
Kelsier. Yeah, that one chapter where he
Oh,
wasn't surrogate dad yet, and he was just like infiltrating to get that. I don't even know how to say that metal.
Oh, the adium.
ATM.
Yeah, we were.
No, I was
It was on the drive to Asheville, and I was just giggling. I was just giggling in my seat, like. And I think I wrote that he was hot and sexy like 10 times in here. I don't know if I should say that on the podcast.
I think that's fine. I think you are morally right and good for saying that.
He just had it, okay? I feel like I need to I was gonna say the girls who get it.
Kelsier is like the swaggiest motherfucker we'll encounter for a long time.
So, the question on everybody's mind that has been asked to Brandon Sanderson multiple times at Q&As. Does burning tin make sex better?
Yes.
Has to.
Yeah.
I mean, it might make it more sweaty, though.
Whatever.
No, full Mistborn. You got tin, you got pewter, you got rioting and soothing emotions to...
Yeah, God, no wonder Hoyd wanted to become a Mistborn.
I get it.
The only reason.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, is horny an emotion?
Yes, I think so.
It's like that's baseline emotion.
It's either an emotion or like... It's more an emotion that is like an ontological state of being.
If Brandon Sanderson were a braver author, he would have had Kelsier or Vin rioting people's horniness to like distract them mid-fight, like just like they're about to fight some guard, they're about to fight a bunch of haze killers. Boom, you're all horny now.
Distract.
Distract.
Oh God, I am significantly more nervous for the end of this book now that you've said that.
There's a
the end of it.
What, the horniness?
No,
The
when
flaming
you
horniness?
said she hasn't read the ending. I'm so. They took Marsh. They can't take Kelsier, whatever his name is.
Kelsier, I will infect you.
No.
Brandon Sanderson is wrong. The correct way to say it is Kelsier.
One of my favorite things that Sanderson has ever written is not one of his books. It's a response to a Q&A. And someone is just like trying... it's for something that won't come up later, but someone basically has asked a question that is like, hey, is this like cultural taboo like the equivalent of anal? In like in the book, and
that poor man gets so many weird questions about sex in his books.
And Sanderson
like
just...
applying the magic powers to sex. That happens so often.
Because he won't do it himself.
He won't.
Because he won't do it.
That's what AO3 is for.
Brave enough. He's not brave enough.
That's what the goddamn heroes at AO3 are for. Braver than the troops.
Salute.
But his response to just that question on Reddit was just, "You people disgust me."
Oh my god, wait, I
By the
have
way,
to stand. I think I am required to stand.
If you look him up on Reddit, his username on Reddit is Mistborn.
Yeah.
Slay.
Hold on, let me in. I'm trying to log into AO3 so I can look up what the most popular Mistborn ships are.
Kelsier X-Reader.
So true.
X-Reader.
That man's
God.
fine.
Wait, I don't actually... Oh, fuck. I don't know how to fucking use... I don't know how to
I'll
use
find
AO3.
it.
I made 2 posts on it, and that's my engagement with AO3. I posted 2 things on it, and then just called it a day.
What did you post?
You posted? That's
that's right. You
fact.
did a Zelda fanfiction.
I did, well, because I have unnamed friend that you both know that is very popular fan fiction writer.
True.
I was talking to her a lot about I was never one to write fan fiction. Like not for any like more reasons. I didn't think fan fiction was bad or anything. I just never felt like drawn to write a fan fiction. But I was talking to her about it. And I was like, I think I'll give it a shot. Like I'll try writing a fan fiction. And I was recently thinking a lot about Zelda. So I started a Zelda fan fiction, and I never finished it. But I wrote a bunch of chapters and posted them on AO3. And I also wrote a Hades fan fiction, but that's a different thing.
Cool.
Okay, so I looked it up. The most popular are characters we have not met yet, or at least Taylor hasn't met yet, so I'm not going to say it. And the most popular Mistborn ship is Ellen, Venture, and Vin. Which, okay. Boring.
I mean,
yeah.
sure, but like...
I feel like I'm going to have a hot take about Ellen in this group.
I'm so excited. There are multiple places I was taking notes where I wrote down, like, I know there's something here. And what I wrote in the note was, I don't know what to say about this line, but I know Graham or Taylor is going to have a lot to say about this line.
Yeah, I gotta write that down.
I was like, it was like, I don't know how to articulate what's going on here, but I know something's going on here. And Taylor or Graham are gonna fucking go crazy.
Jack, because I think you would find it funny, I'm just going to send you the most popular Brandon Sanderson ship.
No. Oh no.
Is it Hoyd?
It's not Hoyd.
How far down is Hoyd's name mentioned?
Let me check, actually. I'm sure he's probably in a lot of these, but he's probably not like a relationship character.
Sad.
This is the most popular ship, Jack.
I'm not surprised in the slightest.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
I'm not.
It's Serene and Rowan.
No,
I forgot his name immediately.
Raoden. These are Stormlight characters.
When is he gonna write another Elantris novel? That's what I want to know.
I think it's so funny that you were so mad at us that there wasn't more Elantris, and now we're getting to Mistborn, where there's there's 6 more Mistborn books.
I
after
know.
this
At
one.
least I can know that. Like, at least I know that there's more Mistborn. Elantris, I went in fully thinking, I was like, damn, like this is gonna set up for an epic fantasy. Like, I love these kinds of stories that set up like small and then they like go super global, and then I was robbed. Blind.
By informing you of the truth, you
right under my nose.
I'm not super AO3 like savvy, because the only like AO3 fics that I keep up with are the ones written by Naomi Novik. How do I get like more relationship tags? Because it's mostly just Stormlight stuff.
I literally have no idea how to navigate AO3.
I think we're just gonna
I
have
log
to...
in. I log in. I post my silly little stories, and I log out.
Maybe we can contact a resident expert later.
We could contact our mutual friend. I could contact my other friend who writes. It's funny that we both have a friend who is like a very famous fan fiction person. My friend. I don't know if he wants to be on here, so he shall remain nameless. But he has, if there is a fan fiction about the Netflix show Arcane, odds are he's written the most popular fic about a particular ship.
Okay. But like, wait, is it Arcane fan fiction, or is it just League? Like, isn't Arcane fan fiction just League of Legends fan fiction?
Shut the fuck up! League of Legends sucks. Arcane is cool.
Slay. That's the correct
Literally
answer.
the same game. Arcane itself is League of Legends fan fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was good.
League of Legends if it was cool. Arcane is a bad show because it makes people think League of Legends would be cool to try out. And that happened. I don't know, bleep the name, I guess. I don't know how to else get the story across, but like got all of us to play League of Legends based on Arcane, and we played it for like a few times and then stopped because it sucks.
Does he play that regularly?
Oh, he watches the World Series on it. Like
I see.
He's a big league guy. He's a big league guy.
I didn't know that. So at what time do we email Brandon Sanderson? When do we email him? When do I use to email his BYU account? Oh, I guess you're gonna have to bleep that out. I'm so sorry.
we didn't have to do any bleeping the first
I
episode.
know.
Like,
We
we
were
were
so
really good. We were so good.
Just before we go off, I just want to see what let me just read some tags just for the fun of it on some Brandon Sanderson fanfiction.
Oh no.
On the Vin and Ellen stuff, or like?
Oh sure, I can make it specifically Vin and Ellen. I was just going to, because I saw one, and the first two I saw had the tags trans female character, which shout out to the person who wrote that. But the next one was public blowjob. So I love AO3 so much.
Very
Burnin'
Mistborn.
tin. You know how the Inquisitors?
Do you want me to cut that, Taylor?
Yes.
No, we're keeping it in. We're keeping
That
it
was
in.
just for us.
I'm going to read some titles of these fics. Oh, this one has a trans feminine Ellen Venture. That's cool. Good for them.
Slay.
Oh, hell yeah. There's a... shit.
I posted the quiz in general, by the way.
I'm taking it.
I'll take it too. This one is a coffee shop AU, which I really like. It's all the Mistborn characters, but they Vin and Ellen meet in a coffee shop and fall in love. That's great.
It's very sweet.
So, what is it about coffee shop?
I don't
AUs?
know.
It's
It
just
just
like,
works.
like at that point, who are these people?
Well, no, I think
did the Vin in the coffee shop AU also grow up on the streets and like perform a heist with Calcier?
Calcier.
Also, fanfiction titles are so good. Whether by accident or fortune, you and I, we are matter, and it matters. No idea what that's from. I'm sure that's like a line from a song. That's the name of the coffee shop AU. Shout out to Happy Honeybee on AO3.
I'm a rioter.
Interesting.
Hell yeah. So we got Okay, so how much of our heist team do we have? I'm the muscle. I'm pewter arm.
Okay.
Got a rioter.
I'm a rioter.
You're the one who's gonna make everyone horny to distract them.
Okay.
Oh
Slay.
wait, let me actually take this.
It's only like 5 questions.
It's
It's not that good.
I was looking at the AO3 tags. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I'm saying like this test is questionable on many accounts.
Yeah. Is seductress a job? I guess it is.
That's the one I chose because I thought I'd be like a noble lady, so I just chose seductress, and that's like why I think I got rioter.
Okay. I'm gonna go like. I wish there was like a scholar as like a job option here.
No, but that doesn't have an obvious pointer to one of them.
Yeah, they all have a very. It's really pick your own adventure.
Do you like wearing jewelry? I say with my ridiculous earrings. Yes.
I want to be a gold misting. I want to just my only power to be look at my past selves and be disappointed in myself.
just to be like, damn, what's going on?
I love the idea of it's like you become an allomancer, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm an allomancer, but then it's like gold. It's like
your only job is to have existential crises. Philosophers maybe. You know, healing your inner child.
You'd be really introspective.
I am a soother.
Okay, so we got a soother, a rioter, and a thug.
Basically,
So
we're fucked.
So Taylor raises horniness, Graham lowers
Everything
like
else.
suspicion, everything else, to distract them while I go in and punch them.
Okay, wait. Actually, here's the interesting thing. In terms of the result totals, we're all kind of low, because Jack has the most common one as a pewter arm or a thug. Then Taylor has the rarest one, with a rioter.
I don't
But
know
the
what I
most
did.
common two are Seeker and Mistborn.
Yeah, people
Mistborn
just
was a result?
Yeah.
people just want to be the main character so bad.
Main character. I choose Avatar.
I looked up
Anyway, what the fuck?
computer camera on Amazon, and I literally did the one that had the little flag that said like most recommended. It was like $26. I just bought it.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of I can't remember the original name of the website, but now it's just a part of NYC's Wirecutter. But like, I am a fan of the New York Times Wirecutter. That's like very useful.
What is that? Is that just like tells you all the
Wire-
good products?
Yeah, basically you go to Wirecutter and it's like, I don't want to think about buying a stove. Just tell me which stove is best.
Yeah, exactly. like
Fuck, wait, I need that.
like
Wait, it's called Wirecutter?
Yeah.
Or is it?